We now return to a rather sizable city. It's hard to determine this every time I'm zoomed in, but every time I zoom out and I see that actually we've got about a third of the map covered. That's pretty impressive. Things to think about, or things that I've been thinking about. This isn't going to work. This bridge down here that developed against my wishes, we can't use it because of the three bridges, this is the one that is not high enough for ships. We need one like the suspension bridge, or one like this, which will actually lift up. Now, I believe I've read that the rails are actually high enough that they will allow ships through. That might be a lie. I might actually have to remove that. I think that might be a lie. Anyway, if they cannot pass the rail bridge, they definitely can't pass this. We're not getting any ships to our port, so that's a big problem here, which means we got to destroy it. We'll rebuild it, not right now because we don't have any freaking money. And then eventually, I think I'm going to have to come over here and look at this too, and then just keep it as like an under. I don't know whether that will work. I don't know if you can put subway underwater. Obviously, power line and pipes work. Well, power line goes above. Well, there is. That's what I think I read, was that power lines are high enough. There is apparently a trick you can do. You can delete power lines. I don't know if it's still available. Again, half the tips and tricks that I read appear to be outdated in these guidebooks, but you can delete that and it will leave the uprights standing, and then apparently that means it's just like an underwater electrical thing. But since it's high enough that ships can go underneath it, but yeah, looking at this, I think that rail bridge is going to be the problem. Well, one way to quickly test that, put a little piece of subway. You can. It can go underwater. Okay. Well, we might have to do that then. We'll test that later when we've got the money to blow on very, very pricey subway. Even though it hasn't really seem to serve much of a purpose anymore. But anyway, we need to get this city back and running. So set the speed again to llama. And other things to think. Crime is low. Fire is excellent. Adequate to our needs. Now, there we go. Oh yes, that's the next thing we need. Hospitals aren't expensive. They're 500, right? Yes, just like everything else. So why don't we put one... I was going to save this for some commercials, so why don't we put one right about here? Does mean we have to make a little bit of a connection. Actually, we got demand, so let's go ahead and put some light commercial out there. And because... well, this side isn't going to be electrified. I'm just going to... That is not what I wanted. Power line. Well, despite all the damn money that I keep blowing, we have a 72% approval rating. Boy, that thing rises and falls dramatically, doesn't it? And now that we've put that other hospital in here, how low can we go? We'll keep it at 70. Adequate to our city's needs. I'd kind of like to raise that just to see how high we can actually get it. Now, I did put in a school. Yeah, okay. Ooh. That's already 2/3 full, and that's the new school. How's this one? It's interesting. This is not a citywide statistic, because we've seen it change. We've seen it be different. But I think that the game levels it out. So when you've got students in one, it starts spreading them. Which is good, I guess. Okay, we're gonna have to let this go for a year or two, because then I can start spending to meet this demand out here. Start working on some of that. Check out my usuals. Unemployment is ticking up and going back down. What? Hold on a sec. Turtle, what are you? At 2. Wow. That's the best we've ever done. Traffic is still very low. Excellent. Okay, we need more money for sure. So let's set that back to cheetah speed. And, yeah. So now what are hospitals like? B-. Okay, we could fund it a little bit higher. Tornado warning. Uh-oh. And I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't want to jinx it. But I do feel very lucky. Really. How's that? Crime is low. Education. So what are we at here? A+. We can lower the funding for the college a little bit more. See what that ends up with. Seeing some people moving out around here. Okay, after this year, we're starting to see some of this go down, which I hope means that it is densifying just a little bit. We are kind of seeing all those little homes go away out here, so this is definitely compacting itself, and this is filled in for sure. So I think it's a safe bet to say that we can start adding in some stuff, like put in some dense commercial there, because it's right next to that. And we'll come along the back side here now. And, you know what? Why don't we put some light commercial in here? I was going to do like a half and half block, but I don't think we need to be honest with you. So let's also think about doing a major expansion of our residential, which is going to, of course, put a lot of stress on our transport system. Put another bus depot. This is kind of close, but I'll put one there anyway. Do some light. Yeah, we'll do some light. I really think we could probably stand to do a lot more dense, just because we are actually kind of seeing a lot of demand. But let's see, power line here. Go to you, and I'm hoping that's actually going to build up relatively quickly, that we don't need to draw another line there. But what we do need is pipes. Yeah. So how are my pipes going? I guess I'm dragging them out this way, but it can't be that way on the 9x9s, otherwise it won't be completely watered. Do this little game here, and I think that will be good. What is not good is our current situation with industrial. I would like to fill that in too. Let's do that. Put in an office building. May as well get the road. And take a look at, not signs. Okay, so we got traffic dealt with there. I really actually do kind of want to add some subways, mostly for transport, but I think we're doing well. You know, again, we've got stuff like this, but it really isn't that bad. It's bad in a few places, admittedly, but, you know, I've got a subway and a bus station right here, and we're still getting a very, very high-trafficked area, so... well, you know why? Because we've got subway! Oh, well, that's actually connected now. Alright. Well, perhaps now is the time to... Let's connect this one. This one at least I feel like has need. We're getting some people from there to there, and then of course I'd like to have that, and I think we will make a redundant line. So there's a little circle there. Now, what would the benefit of connecting these be? Residential and commercial to commercial and industrial. So that'd actually be a pretty good bet there. We could put a bus depot. I mean, we don't really need to put another bus depot out here, but we probably should consider... I mean, really, if that one were over there and then that one were there, and then we had maybe a bus depot there from there. God, that's a lot of money to rezone all that crap. But especially since it starts eating into my good stuff. Let's just let it run if I hit the right buttons. Let it run for a bit. See the consequences of the things I'm doing before we start doing more. Might not be necessary.
SimCopter 1 reporting heavy traffic.
A minus now, so that's pretty good on the funding there. Education, fire department, raise taxes. I could do city beautification. City beautification, ooh, that is a lot more. Now, unlike the other stuff that I did there, that is a lot. Holy shit. Why is it so much now? If I raise sales tax, that's a ton. That cuts our deficit in half. And getting rid of junior sports again. Wow. We'll keep it, because I think it is helping our overall health. We'll put sales tax back in. That might have a pretty negative impact here on our commercial. Have to keep an eye on it. I'm paying attention. Oh, it is plummeting. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, we'll take that off again. That is 100 simoleons. We can afford it, but okay, now that it's off, now I want to see what it does to make it go back up. If it doesn't make it go back up, then it means that going down was growth. Give it a few months here. 7 months now. That hasn't gone back up. It's actually completely disappeared, so that had nothing to do with it. Alright. Oh no. Pause, pause. So we had an earthquake and a chemical spill, it just said. Let's look at pollution. There is no pollution around here, so where did the chemical spill come from? Let's actually zoom out here, and I did the wrong damn thing. I mean, I guess possibly from that, but while we're in here, let's just look at crime. Christ, we need a lot more, don't we? Don't I have a police station right there? So that's probably a thing about the dense. Dense brings crime. You'd think we'd have more, that we'd be better off there. Let's bump that up anyway. Alright, how to deal with this. I am unfamiliar with the chemical spill. No pollution, though. Maybe because it's out here, it won't have any negative impact? We did have an earthquake. Any... Okay, all my pumps look to be intact. Curious. Well, I don't know. I would imagine these clouds drift, and that's about to cause a problem. I do not know what these will do for me. I guess we can put some down. about there? There. And we can try sending some police. Now, I read something that said that police, if you send them to fight fires, they will not fight fires, but they can help with things like containing the spread of it, just because I guess they simulate, like, I don't know what they simulate, but they also help with flooding, because apparently in that they simulate like sandbagging and all that stuff. So, I don't know, I guess we'll just put some out here. Hope that it kind of contains it. How many? I've got 5 police stations. May as well put everybody I've got. May as well. I've got 6 police stations. I've got 7 police. How many goddamn police do we have in this? Okay, we've got 7. Let's see how many firefighters I've got. Okay, not that many. Oh god, it's taking the last one. Here we go. Have I only got 4? I need more fire stations in this town. Alright, let's see what happens here. It looks like we've contained the poison clouds. We have a chemical spill here. Hopefully this will burn itself out soon. Still October. I don't want to go too fast, because if this thing gets out of control, then we're in trouble. Okay, look at that. So you can kind of tell, actually. The firefighters are getting a little bit of a red coloration around them, implying, I think, that they are actually having an impact. So let's move. There we go. Let's move you a little bit closer there. Yeah, see? And then it went away. Okay. Gasberg is toxic. Taylor Industries, the ominous industrial giant based in Gasberg's attic, turned ugly yesterday when a chemical spill corroded the company's long-standing image of environmental awareness. The biochemical oxymoro or whatever burst from a storage tank when a driver in training operating one of the monstrous cranes slammed into it. He was alert, but confused, a company spokesman said. Okay. Gasberg wins gold. Theodore Larson, Gasberg resident and world-famous decathlete, has taken the gold at the International Games held in Sydney. Larson has been competing for 5 years. Multitudes of citizens threw marbles. Someone handed out blank pieces of paper. A woman at the scene overheard whispering, "Must be a guy thing." Sure. Parking space envy. Dear Miss Sim, parking on my lane is very tight. I'm sorry, that's a completely different. Most denizens park one car in front of their house, which works well, except for when one vagabond parks in front of a house that isn't theirs. Yesterday, when I came home from a late meeting, okay, so traffic is bad again? I guess, maybe? I don't know. What is this picture? Nothing. Daycare boom. When Mommy and Daddy are both working all day, someone's going to take care of puny Lamar and Layla. Local daycare businesses have expanded to fill... Oh, I think there might be punctuation in there, but it might not. It might be part of the A. Local daycare businesses have expanded to fill the increasing need for working parents. Okay. So what does that mean? Let us check. It probably means that unemployment is so low that more people are being employed. It's very, very interesting to see how the newspapers actually mean something. Only one cavity. 9, actually, but impressive nonetheless. A study compiled by the Gumboldt Dental Lobby showed Gasberg locals have nearly perfect dental records. Fantastic, that means health is good. Hairy man's woes. Sure. At first I didn't think anything of it, but now there's no question about it. I'm getting hairier as I get older. First, a wiry hair will spring up underneath some typically unhairy area, shoulder or ear, for instance. 1 week later, and a few more hairs will have joined the loner. Then a couple months down the avenue, there'll be a party of hairs, very shamelessly rooted, near that place. What's the deal? Signed, Going Ape. Dear Going, the phenomenon you describe is called pedicular hair movement. You've greedily noticed the hair on your head thinning, while it's thickening everywhere else. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. What am I doing with this? Nothing. I don't need anything with that. Stop doing things until it becomes a problem. speaking of problem, we need to take care of that bridge. How? God, that's gonna be pricey. I know it's gonna be pricey. Alright, pause. Let's do it. I gotta make sure I'm touching the right thing. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Clean that up. We will turn that into a sub-rail connector. Take subway. And this is probably going to screw with that a bit. Let's see if we can't maybe level the terrain before doing this. God, this is going to destroy everything. It's going to destroy that bridge unless I'm very, very careful. Okay, it only destroyed a park. I'm okay with it. Let's do subway. I will push that back. Wait a minute, what? Alright, anyway, this is going down here. I don't think this is going to work. See if I can't level this. Please don't destroy it. Okay. I don't know what that was. Looks like just electrical lines. I think we're okay. I'm hopeful that we're okay. Alright, God. Yep, that does actually run. It is running in the wrong direction. So I can run it up this way. Back over to here. And then put a sub-rail connection. Actually, no, we'll put it here. I think what this means, though, I'm not going to successfully put that water back. Let's try it. Water. Okay. This was also in, wasn't it? Because I had a little park right here. Okay. Put a park back. Rail here. Now hopefully we'll see ships coming in from this side too, so they can use the marina. So apparently, see, I don't know, does the marina create these guys, or do these guys just show up? First light. This is apparently somebody who worked at Maxis, and that's his actual boat. And they put it in the game. There is also, and I don't know if we'll see it, there is also apparently Nessie. Nessie will show up. There is also apparently Maxis Man. Apparently, Maxis Man has a 1 in 3 chance of showing up with a disaster. He does nothing, he just flies around. Yet another little tidbit that I learned from one book that was not in any other book. So, God, I'm absolutely serious when I mean everybody who's written about this game has had some information that no one else has had, or had a differing opinion on what it means. It's very, very crazy just how much was packed into this game, hidden away, because none of it's in the manual, of course. The manual is very much mysterious, well, you just have to play with it to find out everything out. But we need more people. We need lots more people. Let's lower the... Okay, we are at llama speed. Let's try tacking in another... Okay, we're kind of close with the buses, so I'm not too bad out here. go put another dense. I think I really need to stop with the dense. But how's that water? Hopefully it's okay. Let's continue the pipe there. So we should be good. All right. Put that back in. How's our schools? A-, good enough. Hospitals, A-, good enough. We are at March. How's our trains? 263 people. Versus 3,000 people. And 1,000 people using the subway. So despite the fact that we have 3,000 people using the bus, we still got 1,000 who take the sub. And, you know, we've actually got enough money, let's go ahead and put more subway in. So this could actually just connect straight to here. Jesus, that's a lot of money. I'm telling you, these things are expensive. Subway is so pricey. And one thing I think I'd like to start doing is maybe develop a little bit of residential out here and start trying to fix the way the city looks in the same direction as here. I think what we're going to have to do is have little pockets of dense. So, you know, it's not going to be suburbs all the way out here. Eventually I'm going to need to put a little bit more density in here because we're seeing that we've got so much demand that it's not working. It's not working out. Unemployment is currently at 3. Traffic, thankfully, is still very low. But I really feel like it's less of a thing to make big blocks like this. And we're going to have to kind of sporadically keep them together. In fact, it might even be a good thing to spread out some of that. So, you know, put like a bunch of low density residential with a little 3x3 square of dense everywhere. I don't know what effect that would have. I don't think it's going to have the same impact as, you know, having the commercial shops close to people and then having the big office buildings as well. In fact, we have got so little going on right now that we actually need to have more people in town. Because commercial is going away. Not that one, damn it, I just hit that one. Yeah, that is actually dense. That's a dense one right there. So maybe I'll put a little bit more dense here. And we'll buffer that with some light commercial eventually. The upside of low density is that it has higher land values, relatively. But you can't get nearly as many people in there. So I think... What? That's traffic. 47 cars, okay, so that looks denser than it actually is. It's not too bad. What we got going on out here? I mean, I guess I could maybe wipe out some of this neighborhood and put some dense here. As if we need to make traffic worse out here. Okay, let's rethink that idea and not do that. But, you know, having density here might not be a bad thing. Because it would allow us to have people closer to their jobs, which they prefer. And they actually do. That among anything is actually a very consistent tip that people, the Sims, do not like to commute. So if we can densify an area here, again, we'll eventually buffer that. keep hitting the wrong thing. I'm going to keep an eye on transport. Let's pick up the speed a little bit. And I kind of think... I hate to destroy that factory, but I was going to maybe run a rail line out there. Where are we at here? Crime is low. Fire response is adequate. Is now excellent. Trim and efficient. Adequate? I mean, is it? I guess. Cranky negotiations. Bitter unemployment. A government census published this week revealed Gasburg unemployment is significantly below national average. With a labor market that favors employees rather than employers, workers are prospering. Good. Avenue lacrosse increases. Plans for an organized Avenue Lacrosse League are gaining momentum as throngs of kids join the throngs that occupy our county lanes to play lacrosse. I was worried at first, grunted one parent humbly. But cars can always turn down side roads. Traffic isn't a problem. Good, good. Good, 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 good. It can seem like nonsense sometimes, but the news actually does tell you stuff. What do we got here? Lower class homes. Tucked in between what seem to be pretty luxurious condominiums. Not bad overall. Well, with this much money pouring in, I mean, we're heading into the new millennium here. I feel very, very confident. What do we got here? Boost colleges. We can't go higher with school, so any amount of money we're pouring is pouring into colleges. Sports great dies, welfare fight. Ghastly lines at Gasburg's welfare office stretched inhabitants' patience yesterday, leading to a battle. What does this mean? Starring in the episode were a jogger, a son, and several vagabonds. A battle ignited when jogger was accused of cutting line, verbal pollution, massive police arrested. Okay. Why some denizens react like this? Always a mystery to me. What does that mean? What does that mean? Unemployment is not bad at all. 3. Unemployment is... Is that right? Unemployment is at 3. Unemployment is super low. We have nearly 40,000 people. Oh yes. Okay, so I already did. I already did. But it means we need another library. It means we need another library because a library handles 20,000 people. So if we hit 40,000, that means we need a third one. So let's go ahead and put a third one in. Put a library right there. And we will do so there. And we will, of course, surround with parks. You know what? I'm going to leave a gap. I'm going to leave a gap because I want to put... I'll leave the gap right there since that's the higher density. I want to put a subway system in there. And speaking of subway, let's actually pause and go back down. You know, we can do this without pausing. I need the city to go somewhere. I think we're okay with that. We were told that traffic is fine. Okay, game, you're gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to stop with that nonsense. So what we could do is maybe connect it to here, right? Yeah. So we'll do a subway station. Hold on a minute. Let me think about this for a minute. Because we can get a subway station out here as well, which is something I've wanted to do for a while. So we'll get a station right here. And since we can confirm that they are moving people, we'll keep doing that anyhow. And we may as well just put like a small park in here, because why not? So let's do subway. And we'll start getting people... Make the connection here. I feel like... Well, we can't have it going down that road. If I was really anal about how these things went together, you wouldn't want subway rattling underneath people's homes. I think that's connected. I need to turn you. It is connected. Goody good, good, good. So hopefully Start seeing some movement there. And we just need more jobs. Just need more jobs. Lots and lots and lots of demand for what? Okay, we can stop that. More electronics, more aerospace, more tourism. Okay. You know what? Wow. Look at that. I had a surplus of 10 grand and we cut half of it just to put a new subway in. That, once again, is not necessary. I'm just overzealous about traffic. If you've ever watched me do these Let's Plays before, you know that traffic is one of my bear bugs. I can't help it. In fact, what I could do here, I could put one of these subway undergrounds. Now I wonder about that. So it says that, subway will not handle freight. But is that subway stations or is that subway rail? Like if I sent the rail underground, does it immediately stop sending the freight there? Because I could have a sub-to-rail converter there, send it underneath this and have it pop out, and then have it come out here to somewhere else. Chairman ambushed. Okay, that has nothing to do with us. Lethargic sweepers. Mr. Harryman again. Oh boy. Pause. Was I not told about that? She's gonna blow. Okay. Evil earthquake only injures 12,000. I don't think that happened here. Taxes are unhappy with us again. 14% say taxes are a problem. What say you? We could probably do something about that. Lower them all down. We could probably lower them all down by 1, but I don't know that we want that. I think I'm just going to have to accept that I need a period of rapid expansion. So I just need to use whatever little surpluses I'm gaining and just start slapping them down. Okay. Well, that blew up, but that hasn't gone down yet. We didn't give it a chance to go down yet. I'd rather it didn't go down. Unfortunately, we're just going to have to put the same thing back in place, I think. Let's see what the age of these are. 32 years, so in 20 years that's going to go. We're so far away from being able to afford something decent that'll last for a while. Even microwave would be fantastic. You know? I mean, it's not effective here. Oh, okay. I was wondering why we had an empty space. It's because we have a no nuclear policy. Yeah. See, that's the problem, too. Fusion would solve a lot of problems for almost forever with that amount of power, but again, it also has a 50-year lifespan, so ultimately your hydroelectric is just better. And with that in mind, see, even if we just put 3 hydroelectric dams in, that would cause 60 megawatts or 1,200 simoleons. That is even more effective than a solar power plant. Oh shit, I don't want a power line out there for nothing. There goes the mayor. Wasting money again. Goddamn City Hall. Okay. I don't know that I want to keep spamming this, but we do have some area here that I could just kind of put it up against. It looks really bad doing that, but I mean, why not? We've already got this looking kind of crazy. I tried to keep this a little bit real, having some water look like it, it actually is using the dam. Out here, we're kind of breaking that illusion. But, I mean, we could even get rid of this one. Put that out here and I'll put a lake. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. To make this look somewhat realistic, we'll do that. We'll put dams out here and surround this, and I'll put a little bit of lake there so we can keep the realism, because this is going to blow sooner than we think here. And then, again, it'll just be better to replace it with 3 more power or hydro plants than it will to pay for this. I may as well put one there. Oh, we can't? We can't. Okay. Hydro is just your friend. It is unfortunate that the map does not ever generate enough water on its own to provide places for waterfalls. You can only do this if you hand sculpt and terraform your own power plants, and that just not realistic. Okay, anyway, once again, we keep growing. How's our approval rating? 69%. Going back down. We hit our highs, we hit our lows. But once I take care of this, I think we'll start seeing a big boost. We're at 2 unemployment. That means a lot of people need to move in. Then we'll add more industry, and so on and so forth. And you know, I'm kind of actually tempted to maybe develop over here. Because to develop out here, we're going to have to stretch. Now, I could, again, rapid expansion. We can make this big thing here. Okay, let's finish this off. Let's finish this off, get it up to the rocks. We'll do a rapid expansion thing here, and then future expansion so that we can maintain a decent zone ratio and kind of checkerboarding. We'll just go out here, and we'll start another little suburb. And this one, except for maybe a little center, little commercial center for the community out here of dense stuff, we'll try and keep all of this low density and just make it a suburb. And I need to, at some point, put down a damn zoo. I think I've got enough parks, maybe another marina, and let's get some tourism going. And then I can bring in this annual carnival, and that should also help. And then we'll see what that does to my budget, because man, I want more money than this. I want to make more money, because the more money we've got, the more I can build. And I think we're going to have to. I've also got to think about that. We're probably pretty bad for a few things here. Could do with another police station out here. Definitely another one there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to double up on this stuff and just kind of rope it in. Crime is not too bad out here. Pretty good. Alright. Well, we're gonna end this one here. I will see you next time.